basking in the sun. When the sun goes down, it's like a totally different town. And I don't feel much like basking, 'cause that wind don't blow the way it does when spirits low. And those trees don't swoon the same way at noon. So I'm howling at the moon again. I'm calling out to all of my friends, but nobody can hear me now. A moment's dead and gone. Sweet vindication don't taste so right against my tongue. But humiliation is not an option. Anticipation, I somehow knew this day would come. I lost the patience and now it's too late to run. I'm howling at the moon again. I'm calling out to all of my friends, but nobody can hear me now. My moment's dead and gone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to It Matters Radio. And as you know, it is Sunday. And what do we do on Sunday? We have a show with some very, very remarkable artists, so you can get to know the people behind the music.
Yep.
And if you've been watching our shows, you know the wonderful Carrie Hall.
Hello.
Who does such fabulous interviews. Hi, Carrie.
Hey,
Good to see
Monica.
you. So, Carrie, I would love to know who you're going to introduce us to today.
I have the very, very wonderful and delightful job today of introducing the band Mightier Than Me. We have Robert Robert, say your name, Robert. Sorry.
Robert Sewell.
It's Robert Sewell, so sorry. And Randy Williams. They are band members par excellence. Hello, Robert, and hello, Randy. Say hi.
Hi,
guys. Hello. Great to be here.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, Robert. Okay, I wanted to start out with something that was in your bio.
Carrie, I want to say one thing real fast to the viewers. You might wonder where that voice is coming from because you only see three of us here. And that is the mysterious Robert. He's joining us via audio today, so we're so happy he could make it. Okay, Carrie, there you go.
Yep. And I am just so delighted to talk to both these guys. I'm really excited. So I wanted to start out with a quote from your bio. This is a high-energy alternative rock band that has built a reputation for catchy songs, laced with lush vocals, searing guitar riffs, raw power, and real emotion, quote unquote. So I got to start with Randy because he's got that big old grin on his face, and I wanted to talk to him anyway.
Hey.
How did Mightier Than Me get started, Randy?
Well, so we all went to the same school. So we went to Guilford Tech Community College in High Point, and it was the first day of ensemble class, which at this particular school is pretty much just like a big rock band, where the students come in and they play their instruments, and we put on a big show at the end of every semester. And so I believe 3 out of 5 of us, well, okay, so only
now.
Yeah. Everybody except one were auditioning for ensemble, and I was the last one to come in the room, and they asked if anybody had an original song, and I said yeah. I happened to have my guitar with me in the room, so they asked me to play it, and I did. And then when I finished, our guitarist Wes was like, yeah, this guy's got to be in my group. And then from then on, we just started playing outside of school, and got more serious and started writing our own stuff, and it just took off from there.
It's such a it's such a high energy band, guys. So Robert, I know that Randy mentioned how you guys started. What was your angle on joining Mightier Than Me?
Well, basically, like you said, whenever he came in and played the song, before he finished the song, this is the part he's leaving out. Before he finished the song, I was on one side of him and Wes was on the other side of him, going, "Hey, man, are you in a band? Hey, you want like?" And I was just starting the school too, so it was all brand new to me. So we all just kind of meshed together right from the beginning. It was pretty easy.
So Randy's being humble, right?
Well, they tell
that's
the story
basically what it
better.
boils down to.
Story of your life.
Yeah, for me, I just came in and played a song. But,
Right. Right. So you had a sold out performance or something like that at the ensemble, didn't you guys? Didn't you, Randy?
We did.
I believe. Tell me about that. How exciting was that for you guys?
It was absolutely amazing. That was our release show for the EP. And we kind of been working with the school to get the word out, and we got up there and it was amazing. So they have students running the sound and the lights, and anything else I'm not sure, but the light show was amazing. The sound was great. A bunch of students came to the show, so we already had a bunch of big fans, and there was a mosh pit, and it was just great.
First real rock experience made us really feel like, oh wow, this is what this is what putting on live productions is really like. So
yeah,
wow.
You got
What was it?
It was in your blood then. You couldn't do anything else, right?
Yeah. Right. It's amazing that it was just so many people came out for it. That blew me totally away. So let's talk a little bit about the band members, other band members. Let's talk about, let me see if I get the names right, Sarah, and let's talk about Charlie. Tell us a little bit about each of your band members. Robert?
Well, Charlie was the drummer for Wes Frank Norman, had been in previous bands, and whenever he had first, dreamed up Mightier Than Me and decided he was going to kind of revolve it around Randy's creative songwriting power, he just was like, hey, I got a pocket drummer here. He's been with me for a while. You guys should try him. And of course, we all loved him immediately. So that's how he got on board. And Sarah is actually our third keyboardist. That was our, the rest of the positions and roles in the band, everyone kind of slid into naturally, but we, had one position, and it was keys that we couldn't get somebody to stay in. And we went through a couple of people, and she was in the program with us and was kind of watching the band develop from the outside. And we said, well, let's ask her if she, maybe since she had worked with us before and even done the backing vocals for the EP, we were like, well, why don't we just ask her if she wants to do it? And she was all, thumbs. So we said, get in here. And that's been, that's been the 5 of us since.
Yep.
Wow.
I got to tell you, keyboard is my favorite. I just love it. So,
yeah, it's awesome. This is the first band I've ever been in that actually has a keyboard player, and it makes such a big difference in filling out the sound and just
Absolutely.
Wow.
Not that I don't love all the rest of the instruments. I do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're
Yes.
wonderful. Without each one of them, you'd have nothing. So,
Yep.
Exactly, exactly. So I have to ask Randy, Sarah, coming into the band, did she might have a little apprehension about four energetic guys like you, or was she pretty cool?
Yeah, she was really cool. I thought she, might be a little bit tentative about it, but I've actually known her longer than I've known anybody else in the band. So we were good friends before that, and she, we ask her, we kind of check in with her every now and then, and ask how she's feeling about it. But she says that she trusts us so much, and she knows that we're not gonna ever do anything crazy that'll get her into trouble. So.
That's cool.
you'll
It's good to
protect
have
her,
four
won't you,
guys
Randy?
around. Mhm. So, Robert, looking at the band and looking at the members of the band, is there one thing that stands out about your music that just blows you away?
It's the songwriting for me mostly. Randy's done a lot of the songwriting himself. He kind of came to us with a bunch of songs that were already made, but he also had a couple of just loose ideas that we all jumped in on, and we all brought our own ideas too, and it become more collaborative. And as we kind of fall into our niche and how we're going to go about writing songs and our methodology, it's really interesting to see all of that. So that's my favorite part about the whole Mightier Than Me experience is like, when we come together and actually write these songs, it's really interesting to see what everybody brings to the table. So that's whenever I decide like, I'm going to take a minute and just really rant and rave about my band. Yeah, the songwriting is definitely what comes to mind. So.
So Randy, what about you? What comes to your mind about what's outstanding in your mind for your band?
Well, I don't want to cheat and say the same thing as him. It's number one is the songwriting, but number two is the energy that we bring to a show. It just, even if I'm just having like the longest, hardest, toughest day, sometimes we play like 4-hour shows, and it's just playing that music is just like natural caffeine. I don't mind playing as long as I can with this group.
It's amazing. I watched a couple of your YouTube videos, and I was just blown away at like you were saying, it was very high energy. You were jamming like crazy. And now let me clue you in. I'm from the '60s, man, and you reminded me of Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And I went, whoa, deja vu. Anyway, so Randy, in your tour of venues around North Carolina, I believe that's where you guys mostly do your gigs. Is there one gig that really stood out for you in the band?
Let's see. The number one is the EP release. So much work went into it. And we were nervous about how it was going to go. And, it was the first time that an original band had ever come out of the school, and especially to play a show there. So just to see it turn out so great was.
Yeah, it made like all that hard work was well worth it.
Yeah.
When it's really received. But you know what, guys? I think it's time that we take a listen to some more of this wonderful music. And then we'll come back and we'll chat some more with two members of Mightier Than Me, Robert and Randy. We'll see you in just a few.
Just a product of all that I've seen. I've seen a lot. I've been up top, I've been down low. I've been all around, probably lived in your town, but not for long. The wind's too strong, gotta keep moving on. the one thing I have found is when the walls come tumbling down, get gone. I'm just a fighter for all that I've loved. I love to lie, and so I fought and I've learned. I learned when to stand, when to challenge the man, and when to run, when to come, and when to go. When I look to the stars, I can say I've earned all my stars. And the one thing I really learned is when the city starts to burn, get gone, get gone. 'Cause I move on, 'cause I move on. Yeah, I move on. Oh, get gone. Through all the lines that they've drawn, I keep it up, I keep moving on. And the one thing I can say is right away, get gone, get gone, get gone, get gone.
Desarrollando.
When desperation came and hit me on the head, before I knew it, I was on my way to you. Yeah, I was on. I sat along the sandy banks of Tuscaloosa. Those rippling waves just left me wondering what to do.
and welcome back. Did you enjoy that music? Don't you see why we are so excited to present to you Mightier Than Me? And I love the name also, Mightier Than Me.
Thanks.
I love that name. I love that name. So, Robert, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Randy, which is out of all the venues you played in Greensboro and North Carolina, is there one that stands out for you?
Well, again, it's one of those things, like, I hate to cheat and say Randy's answer. The album EP release was really, special, just because, like he said, there was a lot that went into it. We had a lot of time to set up the lights and everything. But if there was a second one, I would have to say we played a zombie prom where everybody dressed up.
Yeah.
Costumes. Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. A lot of
gosh,
energy.
yeah.
At a local bar in Ashboro. And
Did you dress up also as zombies?
Yes. I actually put on this terrible face paint, and it tore my skin up, and it was a terrible idea. Yeah.
Oh man.
But for the night, it was worth it, and I didn't notice until the next day.
You didn't know you were going to be a zombie for life, huh?
Yeah, I was like, well, okay, it's just gonna stay this way then.
Love it. So, Randy, I want to talk a little about your new EP, which I believe is called Mightier Than Me. Tell us a little bit about how that came together.
Yeah, so we were still, in the school program, and one of the higher ups, I'm not sure what his actual title is. He's the head of the some department. And, he heard our music and wanted to help us record. So over the summer, he got a recording capstone student to kind of come in, I believe it was 2 to 3 days a week, and, track. And, it was really a ball, because we live streamed like pretty much every minute of it. And,
what fun.
Yeah, so we just came in, did our thing, and it took, I don't know, a month or so. And
maybe 2.
Yeah.
Because it seems like we were in there for, I can't remember how many weeks it was, but yeah, a month or 2. It wasn't too long.
Mm-hmm. And when did it actually come out, Robert, the release date?
It was December 2nd of 2016.
Wow.
Right before the holiday. That's great.
Yeah.
That is so cool. I want to talk about some of the songs, because I just love the songs. What I really liked was Howling at the Moon. So, Randy, tell me about that, because I just, wow.
Thanks. Thanks. I love hearing, kind of feedback on different songs. Some people like, their favorites are, any of the 4. But Howling at the Moon, I wrote that a few years ago. It's kind of about leaving home for the first time. And, when you're growing up, you think you know everything. You think you're an adult. But, the rude awakening comes, pretty much as soon as you leave. And you start missing home, started missing your parents. Everything's on you. So it's a really tough experience, and I just wanted to write about that.
Yeah,
well,
and
it's a great song.
Everybody can relate to that. I don't care how old they are. They remember that time.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So, Robert, I want to talk about sharing songs, because you both are, help put these songs together. Ole. Tell me, Robert, about Ole. That's another really cool song.
It's actually OLE, which is just phonetic.
Okay, OLE,
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, the chorus. Oh, no problem.
Yeah, everybody calls it Ole, so that's fine.
Yeah, I've even got to the point now, before we start the song, I'll go Ole, and burst out into the song. Yeah, we do not take ourselves too seriously, but yeah, Randy actually wrote OLE, so he knows more about it. But my understanding about it is that sense of desperation, of just longing and desire, reaching for somebody else that's out there.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I was in a super long distance relationship at the time. And, I just wanted to write about it. I wanted to kind of hyperbolize a little bit, make it more interesting than it actually was, but that's the gist of it.
Now, Get Gone, Randy. Tell me a little bit about that. I really like that song. It's a remix. You want to kind of describe what that was all about, or remix or redo, something like that?
Well, we did a remix of Get Gone. That was kind of a rapper that we also went to school with. But the original is, oh man. So that was kind of one of the defining moments of the band when I really knew that, wow, we got to take this as far as we can. Is that, that song was originally just kind of like an acoustic finger picking, kind of folky jam. Mm-hmm. And, the day that I brought it to the band, we just completely reworked it and made it into what it is. It took probably 5 playthroughs and it was already, ready to go. So,
I loved it. It was such a different song from your other ones. In comparison, I went, oh, this is neat. So, I love your variety for one thing. So, Robert, do you have a favorite song on that EP that you really, really liked doing?
Well, I'm a little biased because I wrote one of the 4 that were on the
Okay,
EP.
which one? Which
so
one
to
did
be
you
determined, the one that I wrote is I mean, they're all my favorites. I kind of go through love affairs with all of them, but that one is my precious because since I wrote it. But,
okay.
Yeah, and it's the fan favorite, by the way.
Yeah, it's kind of the EDM. It's got it's the one with the synth in the beginning that sounds kind of wacky, and it was all just about. It was really where I was at the time whenever I wrote it, which was maybe a year or 2 ago. It was just before the band had formed, and it was based off of a discussion I had with a friend of mine about trying the whole music thing and going back to school for it, and being really determined to make it work. And so, and in the conversation, we said some clever things. And one of the things I turned into "To Be Determined" as the song title, because it kind of sounds like, oh well, this song title we haven't determined what it's going to be yet. So "To Be Determined, to be announced" kind of thing. I tried to.
I like that song.
Yeah,
I like that. I love "To Be Determined."
It's all about being
I love
determined.
all of them.
You know what amazes me though, Carrie, and I have to. You guys are young and you have put together such perfection in sound and words and vocals, of course, also. It's amazing to me. It's like you all were meant to be together.
Thank you. I really do feel that way every time we play.
Yeah. From the first day, actually. They just were in school. What was it, the first day, Randy? And
the very first day.
Yeah, you don't find that very often. So I hope you guys will be determined and stay with each other, because that's why you have the sound you have right now.
For sure. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. It helps that we.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Randy. Speaking of music, where can we find you and where can we purchase your music, Randy?
Oh, you can find it pretty much anywhere. Amazon. Go to our webpage, mightierthanme.com.
Great
website.
Simple.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. So Amazon, iTunes, wherever you can buy music, you can buy our stuff.
That's right. And cool. And when you go there, you need to, while you're there, share the site. I don't care if you're listening to YouTube or if you're on their website or wherever. If there is a share icon there, share it with other people. Because if you like it, I bet you there's thousands and thousands of other people that will love it.
Absolutely.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, well, so, it's difficult right now in the industry because there is so much digital out there.
Yeah.
And I want to encourage people to go see you live if they can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
that would be the real we want to see more people out at shows, because we really are kind of a live band, and that's where we have the most fun, and that's kind of our environment. So come see us. Absolutely.
Yeah, and the more shows
so
you can
Robert,
get, the more money.
Right. Do you have any? Speaking of gigs, do you have any future ones coming up, Robert, for the Greenboro area?
For the summer. Yeah.
Or for
we sure do. We've actually got some. It's April. What is today? 13th. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I had to think.
But we'll be airing this later, though, guys. So
okay. Well, it might by the time this gets aired, our next show is going to be next Thursday, the 20th. We'll be at the Corner Bar in Greensboro. We'll be playing for 4 hours that night, doing covers and original music, all kinds of stuff. That'll basically just be a nonstop party, so come to that. And then the day after, on the 21st, Friday, we'll be at Guilford Tech, going back to our whole alma mater. We're going to play in the amphitheater. It's one of the things I wanted to do before I left the school. So that's going to be a fantastic show to be outside. And hopefully there's going to be some food vendors there. We're going to try to make that a party also. So
cool.
Next
come on down. Come on down.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think the best way to see them though is for you to go to your venues in your area and ask them to please invite this Mightier Than Me.
Yeah.
Because it's great playing locally.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the more people in North Carolina, the more places they can get to in that area, the better. But come on, you people from out of state that love this music, you're never going to get to see them unless you open your mouth and go to the venues and say, hey, we heard this music.
Yeah.
You got to hear this band. We want them. And that's how they can get tours.
Hey, yeah. That's great. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you
take a little bit of the,
Yeah, that you know of, that you like, and you're like, oh, I really wish they'd come here. Message us and say, get in touch with these guys, and we'll all try to make it happen.
That's right. Let them know. Excuse me.
Yes, absolutely. Last question. Go ahead, Monica.
I was just gonna say, Carrie, I'm sorry. I just love your music. I would love to see you in a show. I would love to see you in person.
We
we're gonna make it happen.
So I'll be following you guys, just like I know Carrie will, to see if you ever end up on the West Coast.
That's pretty much my big dream right now, is to be able to make it all the way to the West Coast, and especially Washington, Oregon. I've never been to either one of those states, and I'm dying to go. So
you'll love it. Yeah,
you'll love it. You'll love Washington and Oregon. We've got pretty receptive people, and mostly hippies.
Right. Cool. Well, yeah, they got legalized drugs there, of course.
No, it's really my crowd.
Randy, last question. What do you guys do for fun?
Me personally, I love to travel. Photography. I love taking pictures. I like to run and kind of be active.
You like the outdoors then, huh?
I do. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
What about you, Robert? What do you do for fun?
Oh man, it seems like music is kind of what I do for fun and what I do for a living. So
that's a good answer too, though. I mean, that's what you adore.
It's true. Yeah, and my 9-to-5 job is in production too, so I'm always around the entertainment stuff. So I kind of stay immersed in music. But whenever I do step out of music, it's usually kind of like campy stuff. My wife and I like to go camping and do outdoorsy stuff too.
Outdoors, so. Yeah. I can't think of much better than the beauty that is right before our eyes that a lot of people just don't look at, and
Yeah, and it's a good way to trick us into actually getting some exercise too. So.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what I should do. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. You guys have been so wonderful to take time out to talk to us. We appreciate it so much. Again, you can find them. They have a website. Could you mention the website again, Randy, and other places they can actually see you?
Yes, it is mightierthanme.com. And on that website, you can find links to every social media that we're on: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Just check it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah, and you'll enjoy the website. I always think that people should stop by your Facebook page though and say hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're active on the Facebook page.
Tell them if you loved a song, why you loved it, and because there's
It's a great idea.
Well, there's I write books, and there's nothing that makes anyone that does any kind of performing or entertainment feel better than if someone takes a moment to say, hey, and give you
Mhm.
feedback.
Yeah.
So I always ask people, please do that for our artists because that's why they do it. They do it for you.
Hmm. Hmm. That's great.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Randy, so much. We would like for you to keep in touch. If you have any new music, Monica would love to have it for her shows during the week.
Yeah.
Do send it, and we would like to have you back soon if you guys are available. Like maybe
Sure.
meet Sarah and the others, maybe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can make it happen.
Hey, and play us some live music.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Because Randy, I want to when you're doing it on live, I want to whip out my air guitar. Okay.
Oh, that must be a big honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert and
Do it.
Randy, thank you so much for
Thank you.
taking time out of your busy lives to stop by and chat with us today. We wish you much success, and we're going to be following you, I promise.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, guys. Yeah.
You take care now. Bye-bye.
Take care,
Bye.
guys, and
Bye.
thank you so much.
Uh, Carrie, I'm overwhelmed with the talent that lies within this band
Me too.
for the age that they are. It's
Mhm.
something that you don't see until bands have been together for years and years.
Mhm.
And very special, very special.
Mhm.
I think anyway.
Yes, definitely. And people go to Facebook. Please check them out. Go to their website, check them out. Tell them, hey, I really like the song. For sure, purchase them. And we encourage all our viewers for all our bands to please, if you really like the band, share it. Check out their music.
And go see them live if you're in their area.
Absolutely.
Because, there's nothing better than to have the real deal right there in front of you.
Mhm.
So, with that, I'm ready to listen to one more bit of their music before the show ends, aren't you, Carrie?
Sorry. Air
and
guitar.
I gotta, that's right. And what we always tell you is you love music, just keep on rocking on. Bye bye, all.
Bye.
I'm set on seeing the best that I can be, and you can't tell me otherwise. I finish bleeding unless I bleed for me or the things that I believe in. Yeah, you may already know the past is never far. No matter who you are, you can start again. I started seeing that better part of me, and you can't tell me, you can't tell me, you can't tell me no. Oh, just try and tell me no. Whoa, just bring it in now. I see my troubles now as they lose their hold on me. Yeah, I think I'm breaking free. See, my dreams are coming back from the time they spent away. I decided here today. Now let me show you I started being that better part of me. And you can't tell me, you can't tell me, you can't tell me no. Just try and tell me so. Whoa. Yeah, I thought I told you so. And if it takes it all, then take it all already. 'Cause dying trying's fine with me. I went and wrote the words to go here just to show you designed to be.